So, with Fantastic Four joining the MCU very soon, I thought in today's video I would do a fan casting for the Fantastic Four. It's not going to be all of the members that we saw and past Fantastic Four, and by those characters I mean Silver Surfer, well, those two main characters I mean Silver Surfer and Doctor Doom. Obviously I made a video on Doctor Doom before, and I will probably get onto them to casting because I think them two would get some good actors to play them. But if you do enjoy this type of video, fan casting videos for future MCU projects, then let me know, and I'll hopefully do one for fan casting the X-Men, MCU X-Men that we are inevitably going to be getting in the future. So if you do enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, and yeah, let's get into it. So Fantastic Four are basically like the Avengers. A smaller group of the Avengers. They are amazing. I love them in the comics. Obviously, Doctor Doom as a villain, and yeah, they're gonna have to get the casting right with this, and I think the MCU always do. Kevin Feige, they always get the right people to play the members or the characters in the MCU, and I'm going to be starting off with Johnny Storm. Now, Johnny Storm is the Human Torch in the Fantastic Four, and I have two for each of the Fantastic Four members that I will predict. For Johnny Storm, I have Zac Efron, and I think this next one is going to be very controversial, but I love this person. I think he's amazing actor, YouTuber, and everything, and that is Logan Paul. Now, I know what you're going to say. Zac Efron probably is going to get the role and is a much better actor than Logan Paul, and yeah, you're right. I love Zac Efron. I think he's an amazing actor, and I would be very happy to see Johnny Storm as Zac Efron as Johnny Storm. But Logan Paul, he's a very funny character, a very funny person, very comedic. Zac Efron is as well, but Logan Paul is known for his comedic side as well, and with Johnny Storm, I think it can be a character that can be turned into a comedic character as well. Obviously, as we know, Chris Evans played the Human Torch in the original Fantastic Four, and I think Logan Paul would do a good job of it. Obviously, it's very controversial with Logan Paul and with his past. I mean, that was a very long time ago, but it still hasn't been forgotten, and obviously, I love Logan Paul. I think he's an amazing YouTuber and actor. Obviously he's done acting before in the past, so I think, and to be fair, in the comics he does kind of resemble Johnny Storm as the look, and I think he would do a perfect job as it. But if someone was to say over them two, I think someone will probably rather go for Zac Efron over Logan Paul in that casting. But tell me what you guys think about that casting. Now next we have Invisible Woman. Now for this one I have Emma Stone or Emily Blunt. Now Emily Blunt I think is a good actress as well, but I have a reason for having Emily Blunt in this list, and I'll get onto that later. But Emma Stone, I think obviously we've seen her in Marvel before, not MCU, but we've seen her in Marvel before as obviously in the Amazing Spider-Man films as Gwen Stacy, obviously Peter Parker's girlfriend, and I thought she did an amazing job as that, and who's to say that she can't come over to the MCU and play a different character. Obviously we've seen it before, obviously with Chris Evans as Human Torch, and obviously coming to play arguably one of the biggest characters in the MCU, which is Captain America. So it can be done. Obviously, they don't have to get heard. If they want to bring in Gwen Stacy for the future of the Spider-Man films, they don't have to use Emma Stone to play the MCU version of Gwen Stacy. They could just get anyone else to do that. I think people would rather have Gwen Stacy, but if they hire Gwen Stacy to play, well, no, not Gwen Stacy. If they hire Emma Stone to play Invisible Woman, I think then obviously they'll find out someone else to play Gwen Stacy, and I do think Emma Stone would fit the role perfectly. Now, with Emily Blunt, I think both of them are perfect for the role. Obviously, they look similar to the character as well, so I wouldn't be annoyed if it was either one of them, because I think these two actresses fit the role perfectly well. But if one of the actors that I'm going to talk about with Reed Richards next, or Mr. Fantastic, then I think it will be Emily Blunt, as it makes more sense. But now moving on to Mr. Fantastic, like I just said, or Reed Richards, and the two I have for this one is Adam Driver or John Krasinski. Now that's why I said about Emily Blunt playing Invisible Woman. Obviously John Krasinski is Emily Blunt's husband, and they do a lot of films together. And to be honest, I do think John Krasinski would play the role of Reed Richards very well, and same for Emily Blunt playing the role of Invisible Woman. I think she would play the role perfectly. So yeah, yeah, I think Adam Driver as well. Obviously, we know he was a villain in the Star Wars, obviously as Kylo Ren. But obviously Adam Driver is such an amazing actor. He could literally do any role. Obviously, we've seen him as hero, well, a good character in a few films before in the past that he's done. And yeah, obviously, I think people would rather go with John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic, maybe Emily Blunt as Invisible Woman. Those who would obviously go perfectly well as in the comics. Reed Richards and Invisible Woman do, well, they do get together, and as we know, they do get together in the original Fantastic Four as well. So, yeah, I think John Krasinski would be a perfect suit for Mr. Fantastic. If that was the case of that is happened, and I think Emily Blunt would probably get the role of Invisible Woman, and it would make a lot of sense. But I do think he fits the role perfectly well. But the same could be said for Adam Driver with this role as well. Now, the last member I've got on the list is The Thing, and obviously he is an amazing character, a very funny character who is very comedic, probably the most comedic character out of the whole Fantastic Four. He is probably the equivalent of Hulk. Obviously, Hulk isn't very comedic. Well, sometimes he'll be comedic, but they are, like, size-wise and strength-wise, they are practically the same. Just the Thing is a rock, and Hulk is just a massive green giant, basically. And yeah, I think for The Thing, I have two, obviously, like all of them before. I have Seth Rogen or Adam Sandler. Now, Adam Sandler, I went with more of the comedic side to play The Thing, but with Seth Rogen, I think he's got the comedy and the role, the suit to play The Thing. I think he has both sides. They're good. I'm not saying Adam Sandler doesn't have both sides. Obviously, Adam Sandler has played serious roles as well in the past. But I do think Seth Rogen would probably suit the role a bit better than Adam Sandler. But I would love to see Adam Sandler as well. I wouldn't be annoyed if either of these two got the role. So yeah, I'd probably lean more towards Seth Rogen with his past. I think he is an amazing actor when it comes to comedy and then switching into a serious kind of mode. But with The Thing, it could be anything. So yeah, if that was it, I hope you did enjoy my casting for the Fantastic Four, fan cast for the MCU Fantastic Four. None of these are, this isn't confirmed, obviously none of these are probably going to get the role. I mean, some of them could. There was rumours about Logan, well, people wasn't going around saying about Logan Paul getting Johnny Storm, and, you know, with Zac Efron as well playing Johnny Storm. But yeah, tell me who you guys would want to play the Fantastic Four in the MCU. I hope you had a good day, and goodbye.